Hello and welcome to Three Skulls Tavern. I'm your host, Matt. And I'm joined by the players of our Forbidden Lands campaign. We're back for episode 6, and yeah, that's my intro. If anybody's...
buddy.
Great job.
Hello.
Yeah, I think... It feels like it's been quite a long time. It's been 4 weeks, so the same as usual. But we did have... I'm just going to change the music very quickly because it's quite
It just feels like
now.
it's been a lot of 4 weeks, though.
Yeah, there has
Has it
been a
only
lot.
been 4 weeks?
Oh, God.
Yeah, I kind of don't believe that. I feel like
Oh, me
longer.
neither.
You know how some days, like Monday, feels like an entire week?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
A bit like that.
So anyway, this session we're going to be carrying on from where we ended the last one, and I'll give a bit of a recap for that. But in the meantime, I guess there's a couple of things we forgot to do as well. So I'll do a recap, and then we'll kind of do stuff like experience points and that sort of conversation, because we didn't do that last time. And then if you can have a think, if you have enough experience points to level your characters, to use a term, to advance your characters, then yeah, you can kind of have a look through the PDFs or your books and make decisions as we go. So, where we left it last session was really a traveling session. If you look at the map on the screen right now, there was where it says fake massacre. That's where we ended the previous 2 sessions ago. And really, there was only travel from that one to the two kind of hexes to the north west, where it says Mergeline's Plea. And there were all sorts of things happening. There was travel hijinks, travel failures, mishaps. You ran into a fox who ended up being a talking fox. You're not really sure what's going on there. A kind of bloodthirsty fox, it sounds like.
Speak for yourselves. I'm exactly sure what's going on there.
And yeah, which is the fox seems to be kind of keeping an eye on you a little bit. And then you were visited by an elf in the night at one of your camps, and she basically asked for your help to go to a nearby settlement or a place where there is an orc who has set himself up, styled himself as an emperor of the orcs, called Haraka. And basically she's worried that there's going to be some bloodshed because he has come into possession of an elven ruby, which he's given to his empress. And the elves want it back. There is a contingent of what are called red runners, which are kind of like militant ranger elves, who are planning to... they're kind of waiting for Mergeline to kind of get back to them, and then their plan is to raid the orc settlement and take the ruby back by force. And she wants to prevent bloodshed, so she's kind of found you, she's implored you, she's given you a fake ruby set into a clasp which she says is identical to the clasp which Haraka has given to his empress, and basically said if you can swap it somehow, they won't know the difference, but we'll have our ruby back. She's also given you 3 vials, which are basically, I think, did I say they're made of copper? Anyway, made of copper, something like that. And they're like little mini statues that are hollowed out, and they're magical. And basically, what happens is if you put the blood of any orc, elf, human, halfling, that sort of thing, goblin, into one of these vials, and then wear it, you will assume the appearance of that. You'll basically be a clone of that person. She's not... I don't think we talked about whether your voice changes. I think your voice would change because of... potentially because of like vocal changes. I'm not sure if it's an actual physical transformation or if it's like an illusion. I think I'm going to go with it's an actual physical transformation because that's a little bit more
cool.
gritty. So your vocal cords would change a little bit. So whether or not you sound just like the other person is probably up for debate. But you would actually, you know, if you kept the words to a minimum, then you may be able to pass yourself off. Anyway,
Maybe with a performance check.
Maybe with a performance check, exactly. So currently, Lyria is in possession of all of these 3 vials because as a half elf, Mergaline entrusted them to you, and I think that's probably all I need to tell you.
Yep.
Is there anything else anybody wants to add to that?
Which of us has the fake gem?
I think
Lyria.
Lyria's got everything.
Oh, okay.
She has everything.
Because Lyria is basically when this was all being explained to you, Lyria was very, very quickly on board with the whole plan.
Yeah.
Was very keen to recover the ruby, and Mergaline could sense that, and she was very happy to kind of entrust everything to her because being half kin.
Oh, cool.
That's right. She's the leader of the group anyway,
She's
so it's fine.
most trustworthy in her eyes.
Yeah.
So that's what happened. Anybody want to add anything to that?
Nope.
I think so.
We'll just kind of gloss over all the kind of travesty that was falling in rivers and dying of hypothermia.
Yeah.
We don't need. There's a lot of things we need to mention.
Moving steadily along. Yeah.
Okay, so a couple of things. We're going to do experience now. The other thing, just to you, my players, is I'm not going to be keeping an eye on the chat. So if anybody says something in chat that is applicable, please just find a moment to interrupt me or to pipe in and share.
Sure.
Otherwise, I'm not going to see it. Okay, so
I would
experience.
like to be assigned to watch the chat then.
We've already got Charlotte and Erica already chatting in there.
Right,
Just
well then,
seen.
fair
I
enough.
just had a quick look. So I'm going to focus on G
We're on it.
because that's how I'm using my browser. Okay, so for experience, we did talk about this is something we did talk about in maybe the last tavern talk or maybe the one before, but about changing the house rule because the current house rule is that we're doing simplified experience where you don't earn as much. I'm going back on that, and we're going to be doing experience exactly as in the book now. So basically, we're going to be just going through asking a number of prompts, and for each of these, you'll get 1 experience point. We're not backdating this. We're not doing it retrospectively with previous episodes. We're just kind of starting it from now.
Yeah.
Okay. So for every session that you participated in, you each get 1 XP. So you each get 1 for being there last week or last month, I should say. Did you travel through at least 1 hex that you had not visited before? Yes.
Yep, we did.
So 1 more for you for that. Did you discover a new adventure site? No.
No.
Did you defeat 1 or more monsters? No. There was no combat. Did you find a treasure, 1 gold or more? No. Did you build a
I was
function?
given a treasure.
Oh.
Yeah, we cashed in on that. I'm sure it's worth at least a gold.
I'm gonna say no to that one though.
Yep.
Okay.
I think. Ooh, that's an interesting one though. That's true because it is probably worth at least 1 gold. Well, is it? Hold on. I'm not sure if it's actually made of gold. This thing.
Even if it's not made of gold, it can be still worth.
I mean, my honest take is that I don't think that's in the spirit of the question.
No.
It's a copper base, but yeah.
But if we did steal it and sold it, I think we should get experience for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. If it turns into treasure, because at the moment it's a
Yeah.
plot device, right?
Right.
But that,
Can we
yeah.
turn it into treasure? Because
Hold on, we're setting a precedent here too, because you can't always sell your treasure in the game.
No, no, but in this case, I think what's
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm editorializing. I should shut up. But
No,
I think
I think I agree with what you're saying.
yeah,
That kind of goes against the spirit of this experience prompt, which is finding, kind of looting treasure almost. Did you build a function in your stronghold? No stronghold yet, so no.
no,
Did you activate your pride, anyone?
I don't think so.
Nope.
Nope.
Did you suffer from your dark secret? Nope.
Nope.
Did you risk your life for
been
another
trying.
PC? Now there was somebody who jumped into the lake, didn't they? It wasn't really risking your life though.
He fell in.
Yeah.
I
that
fell
was-
and it doesn't count.
Whilst fishing, I mean, I guess he
Nearly
was trying to
dying
help
doesn't
us.
count as helping another PC, though, does it?
Just living it's reward enough for me as far as I'm
I
concerned.
mean, you could argue that he's risking his life for sustenance. Right?
No.
Yeah.
And
Maybe
the last
That's why
question.
Stingy Co is gonna hire you.
The last question is: did you perform an extraordinary action of any kind? And no. So
No.
it was a fairly low key session last time,
Cool.
and therefore you each get 2 XP for it.
Hey.
Which I think, if we're doing the experience rules from the house ruling, it'd be exactly the same.
Yeah.
Well, it would be 1 or 2, but yeah.
Dang, I've got a lot of XP. I should probably look into doing something with that.
Yeah, so I have 6. I'm going to spend 5 of them to finally get a point in melee, because that's kind of come up a few times.
Yeah, I definitely have no problems with you having taking a skill in melee. Absolutely fine. There's one other thing I didn't mention, and that is there was a poem that Mergeline taught to you, and it's at the bottom. It's at the bottom left of the Gtov map. I've just put a little blinking cursor on there for you. I did recite it to you before, but it's actually there, so you can kind of use it later in the game if you need it.
Cool, thank you. Probably.
I'm gonna go over to the side and look at So we left it with it being the end of the night session, and I can't remember. You know, I can't. It's been I didn't look back specifically to check who is keeping watch and all the rest of it. So I think we're just gonna say in the morning you're all rested.
Okay.
Yes.
And I know you all had made several steps to be well fed and everything the night before.
Yep. Yeah.
So we're gonna make sure that you all are full, like no conditions applied.
No.
You've set a nice camp with a fire, so you're all gonna be dry. You're not gonna be cold anymore. All back to full everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we used all our resources and everything as well. So
Yeah, there were a lot of exactly. So I
Resource rolls.
think we're gonna be okay.
cool.
For that. Okay, right. So, if you want to spend your experience points, have a little think about it. Maybe we can do that very quickly now. And if there's anything else you want to do before we pick up, let me know.
I'm good. I think that's something I need to think about later on.
I mean, it could theoretically help you in this session. So, the idea is that
Okay.
I'm only going to let you spend your experience points on a period of reflection, and I think there's been a lot of reflection in the last session, so it kind of I'd be okay with it happening now.
Okay. What was the thing
I mean, you can definitely hoard the XP and spend it later, but it might not help you this session or even the next session potentially. So your call.
Well, I think very much like Eric, I might spend my fire to get a point of melee, perhaps.
Okay. Do you have any melee yet?
Nope. No melee yet.
Okay. I'm just pulling up
No.
the
I have a question that regards
Mhm.
Substituting the fake gem for the real one.
Mhm.
Is anybody actually any good at sneaky business?
Nope.
Stealth. You've got
Somebody
one.
with a high agility seems like it might be the way forwards.
You've got 4 agility
yeah.
and 1 stealth, so you're the most
think-
stealthy in the group.
I think
Yeah.
stealth and sleight of hand might be what we might need.
Helpful. Yeah.
That's a really good point.
And sleight of hand, nobody has any points in sleight of hand. So,
How dare you? How dare you, sir?
How dare you?
I mean, you're a fighter. You're not like
I'm not.
playing a kind of thief or anything.
No,
but,
it's not.
But you do have decent agility, so
Yeah.
I know, but I
Who
don't
else?
think it's me.
Key
Looks
as
like
a
we were
hunter
trying to
also
talk
has
about
decent
it.
agility, so Key could theoretically. Yeah.
I did think about it.
Or we try and use our wits and talk them out of it.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't sound like us.
That doesn't sound like it's going to work very well.
Not like you.
That sounds like a terrible idea.
I'm pretty good at talking.
I've changed my mind. I'm not going to have melee. I think I'm going to take fast shooter.
The talent.
Yeah. Because I've kind of been using my bow a lot anyway, so if you're happy with that.
Yeah, I think so.
Cool.
Can you just read the text of it to me very
So
quickly?
you can fire your bow or sling lightning fast. Hunters can combine this talent with Path of the Arrow. Rank 1, you don't need to ready your weapon before you shoot with a ranged weapon.
Sure, that's fine.
This does not apply to crossbows, just my bow.
You've been using your bow quite a bit. I don't feel like that's fine. Yep.
Cool.
So that's going to cost you 5 XP for that one.
Yep.
Shit. Let me check that. Is it 3 XP or 5 XP for? I think it's 5 XP for the talents, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 5 XP.
No, it's 3. It's 3.
Three.
It is.
Three.
Yeah,
Five
it-
for
Oh,
five,
okay.
5 XP
It's
for skills.
target
Times
number
times
three
the new
for
number,
talents.
and
Okay.
talents is 3 times the new rank.
Well, in that case, could I get that as well as melee?
If you have at
I
least
have.
8.
I've got. Do I have 7 on? Hang on, let me just check. No, I've got 6. I can't. That's fine.
I mean, you could take 2
talents.
talents. So you could take 2 rank
That's
1
true.
talents if you wanted. So have a think about that.
Mhm.
But then also, you're not. If you only get like 2 or 3 points, you're not gonna be able to put points in your skills. So just things to think about.
That's fine.
But is that 6 with the 2 that we just got today added in?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I'd seen 6 out of 9 before. We talked about that.
What about you, Charlotte? You gonna spend anything? I know you're waiting for magic, aren't you?
But it'll never come.
You do need to get. You either have to spend a lot of XP or you have to get somebody to train you. So.
Yeah, and that opportunity I don't think's going to arise.
Yeah. I mean,
Is
at the
that what
moment, you've
basically
only
have to
come
be
across the only magical person you've come across is a druid, Mergaline, and she has
Yeah.
nothing to teach you in terms of blood magic. So,
Yeah.
although you're probably quite fascinated by this artifact that allows you to use blood to change your shape.
True.
Maybe, I don't know. But that's not really going to help you with XP or anything. So
You need to do a couple favors to this Orc Emperor. Maybe he has a blood source for her too.
in his retinue.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like that would basically be like a targeted hunting somebody down to learn, which would be more sessions than what we probably have available.
Probably.
We have this session and 2 more, right?
Well, so this is something we haven't really talked about too much, but yeah. We're probably gonna take this to episode 8, and then we'll probably park it as like the first arc of the story and come back to it later in time. Because we've been talking in our tavern like player chat area on Discord about mixing games up a little bit, and to do that we're probably going to focus starting in January. We might be changing up the format a little bit, still doing Thursdays and Sundays, but potentially parking Forbidden Lands, possibly parking parking Twilight 2000, and then other changes. This is all stuff I'll be talking about later. I haven't really figured it out yet, but it is very likely that Forbidden Lands will go to episode 8 and then we'll park it. Maybe episode 7, which will be in November. I don't know. It depends how far we get today. So
Hot preview.
hot preview. Yeah. Speaking of which, just a quick bit of housekeeping. I'm kind of happy to take this. If people can stay on for an extra half hour, I don't want to put any pressure on anyone, but if people can stay on an extra half hour, I'm happy to do a 2.5 hour session today.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. I think I'll be all right for that.
I may not be.
Okay.
But
That's fine. That's
Maybe
fine.
an extra 15 minutes should be fine. But
I didn't give you any head. I didn't give you any head notice about this at all either. So that's cool. We can stick to the 2 hours. That's fine. Okay.
Well,
Anyway,
let's get into it.
exactly. Let's stop talking about other things. Let's start talking about this. So, I'm gonna assume you've done your if you haven't done it yet and you want to do some experience point spends, just let me know.
Yep.
When you're camping, and then we can kind of get that sorted. Okay. So what do you want to do? It's morning of the next morning. So we're on the 37th of spring, Wayne. What do you want to do? Where do you want to go?
And the rain has passed.
The rain has passed, yes. I do need some sort of random generator for weather, but I'm not doing it at the moment, so...
Alright.
For now, we're
Yeah.
just going to say it's not raining anymore. I've hit you with enough rain for
It can only rain for so long.
Don't tempt me.
Miria, whereabouts? Which way have we got to go to this alt camp?
Well, I think she was saying up to the northwest.
Northwest. Okay.
We'll need to cross that river.
Not the river.
Yeah, I think we should have Key lead that one. He is very familiar with this river by now.
Thanks.
You have so many friends because of your quick wit.
Yeah, we probably might have to go downstream maybe a little bit.
So, if you want to make a raft or something, it would just be a simple crafting roll that I guess you could all help with. It'd take you a quarter day to do it.
Makes sense.
So
I have a timber axe, so
yeah. So rather than I don't want to spend half a session on you crossing a river. It seems a little bit anticlimactic, considering how I focused my prep today. Unless somebody does die, yes. So yeah, if you want to spend the first quarter day doing that, then why don't you decide on who's going to give me a might roll to do the a crafting roll.
yeah.
We'll just assume that the quarter day includes using the timber axe to go chop down a number of trees, and then the crafting roll to put it all together. So who's going to make the roll? Who's going to help?
I can help with the crafting.
I imagine I'd do the crafting.
I'm happy to go and chop some trees, but
I guess
borrow your
he and I are
timber.
the same. Yeah, he and I are the same in crafting, so yeah, it's up to you, Greg.
Don't mind either or.
So who's going to be helping with the crafting then?
He's more useful generally than I am, so I'll do the crafting roll.
Remember, this technically a quarter day that you're not doing anything else. So you could get 3 people to help. That's the maximum. So you could get +3 skill dice, or you could have somebody do some foraging or hunting or something. So you've got some food potentially for later in the day. It's kind of up to you.
I also have a point in crafting.
Okay, well, you two craft. We'll go forage and get whatever else we need to do.
All right.
Okay.
So 2 crafting and 2 foraging or hunting, right? Let's do the crafting roll first then. So
All right.
Arlec's going to be rolling. You get one bonus skill die.
All right. Should I add gear for the axe maybe, or leave it?
Does it give you a gear bonus for?
No, it just allows you to cut down wood. I'm just thinking it. Thinking outside the box.
I'll allow it, I think. Yeah.
All right. I'll add 1.
Yeah, one gear die for that. And you're not going to be able to push this roll, so.
Fair enough. Don't need to.
Nice. Okay. So the 2 of you spend the quarter day making a raft, and you will have made it by the end of the quarter day. Let's move across to Kark and Key.
Mm-hmm.
What exactly are you planning to do? Are you planning to hunt? Are you planning to forage?
Let's go hunting. We're great at hunting.
Yeah, we'll go do.
So you can go hunting together.
Yep.
And
I think we should. Yeah, that's nice.
You can
We
either
haven't
roll
done that yet.
You can either roll
haven't done it
separately,
for a
or you
while.
can roll together and get the bonus and get a bonus die from it. So how do you want to?
I'm happy to roll together.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan.
Yeah, I've got 5 dice in that total. What about you?
Me, hunting.
It's a survival roll.
Survival roll.
Yeah, Kark has got 2 in survival. And
You're
3
the better
wits.
person to go the hunting.
All right. Well, I guess you're my helper.
I'll help you.
So you get 1 extra. You're rolling 1 extra skill dice for the help. Yeah.
Okay.
And you don't have any. Do you have any gear that helps you with? You don't. No. What about Key? Do you have anything that helps with survival?
Uh,
If you're fishing,
not
you've
with
got
hunting.
fishing line.
I do if I want to fish, but I'm not fishing.
Okay. No, you're probably sick of fishing right now. That's true.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay,
Right,
and
two
you can't.
successes.
Yeah, you can't push that either. So with the 2 successes, just gonna quickly check the book again with this.
I swear to God, if we find another goddamn croc.
So the way I figure this is that that you kind of track it down and I shoot it.
So
You know what? I think that's great. I am your little
So-
two-legged bloodhound.
Harry, and in fact, let's just to mix up who's rolling because you're doing this together. Ed, why don't you roll me a single d6 to see what kind of animal you found?
Okay.
Yeah, nice. Good thinking.
And you can re-roll once per extra success on your hunting roll. So you can roll twice, and you can decide which animal you found. So you can just do like roll RF, and you can do 2B for 2 base, and that will just roll you 2 base dice.
2 base dice. Okay.
Then you just pick what you want.
Wrong thing.
So a 5 is a boar, which is 4 meat and 2 pelts, and a 4 is a fox, which is 3
Nope.
meat and 1 pelt.
Guess let's go for the boar.
A boar will attack you if you fail your attack
yeah.
roll.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay.
That's fine.
And
but-
it's a -1 difficulty
want
to
the
kill
meat.
it, too. So the -1
-1 to kill
difficulty,
it.
yeah, it means you're gonna have one fewer skill dice to do this.
Okay.
So you're using a weapon.
Right,
Yep.
yep.
So
my bow.
you get to roll a complete like normal marksmanship with your bow with the gear dice.
Yep.
-1 skill dice for the thing, and
If-
you'll get a 1 skill from Harry's character from Kark from helping you,
Yep.
because we can kind of assume that you're like working together to do this. So
If the boar attacks us, can I defend both of us with my defender talent?
yeah, well that'll come. We'll see if that comes into play first.
Yeah,
And
I
you
guess
can
we'll
push.
see.
You can push this roll too. This attack roll, if you want to. Does that make sense? So you're not actually the difficulty is -1, but you're getting +1 from Kark.
So it just stays my
it's
normal
It's just your
marksmanship.
normal marksmanship roll. Yeah. Okay.
2 successes.
Yeah. Nice.
Nice.
Okay. Perfect. So, yeah, I'm not sure if the extra success doesn't actually do anything in this case.
Nah, it doesn't.
But that's fine. So you get 4 meat and 2 pelts. They each weigh 1 unit, so
Yep.
that's going to be a total of 6 inventory they're going to be taking up.
I think it's gonna be fine. Because we
So
wouldn't have taken all that stuff with us, would we?
I'm not going to worry about encumbrance just yet if that
Fine, no
happens,
problem.
but like you're going to find the boar, you're going to kill the boar, you're going to bring it back, and if you want to kind of parcel it up between you, I'm
Yep.
happy for you to do that
That's fine.
before you get moving. Okay, so
meat,
Cool.
meat.
Yeah, that's bloody good work, Key.
It was all
And
cock.
and Arlex just like lashed like a couple logs together with the help of Lyria, like with some rope he had. It's pretty rough. It's not gonna, it's not for long travel, but it'll get us across the river. is the
That's
idea.
really good boat.
Oh,
What about
I
the
love
animals?
yes. It'll get us across. They're good floaty logs.
Well, it's dead and ready to be made into bacon.
Oh yeah, I'll cook that up later.
Well, I mean, like, what about our 2 animals?
Oh yeah, just put it on there.
Yeah.
Can
we get
horse
them across.
yeah, it's a donkey. The donkey and the
Sorry.
goat can definitely swim across.
I mean, I petted a donkey today. It looked like it could swim.
I'm pretty sure they can swim. I'm going to say they can swim.
Greta
so.
can swim. Greta
Yeah.
can swim. Don't worry about. Don't
Yeah.
worry about Greta.
So you can just like put their leads hold them or something as you're going across, and they'll just swim
Yeah.
with you.
I just need a whistle. Greta will follow.
If leads in Forbidden Lands work anything like leads in Minecraft, it should work out perfectly well.
They do. It's basically the same game, so that's fine. So,
Cool.
right,
I only pick up 1 block.
you basically spend the quarter day to get your raft together, and we're gonna just move you across the river.
Yep.
Cool.
All right.
Excellent.
So well done on some good crafting and hunting rolls. Okay, you enter the new
No
hex.
one got hurt.
You get across the
That's the
river,
most
and
thing.
what's basically happening then with journeying? Who's going to be taking the lead, leading the way? Who's going to be keeping watch? That sort of thing.
I've done a lot of leading the way. Does anybody else want to do it?
I can do it, but you're better at it than I am.
Yeah, that is why.
You are so good at it.
Who wants the mishap?
I'll just follow along.
We'll just put the lead on him. It's fine.
I think I might be too proud to let anyone else do it anyway. Do you know what it's like when you're like a teeny tiny little horrible goblin? You feel like you've always got to prove things to all the tall people.
I mean, I don't.
Not that you'd ever admit it, but
Small goblin syndrome.
yeah, I've got a lot to prove, I'm sure. So it's scouting, is it?
Yeah.
So it's wits, scouting,
survival.
Mhm.
Really, for leading the way?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yes. No,
Wits,
I vaguely
survival.
remember now. Sorry, my brain is in too many different places at once.
And you don't get to push this either. So.
Oh.
Pressure's on, Harry. This is why he doesn't want to lead the way.
I mean, you're not wrong.
There you go.
Look, it turned out well.
It did, yeah. Okay, well done.
Fantastic.
So you enter the you find a nice path through the through these plains. That's fine. Who's keeping watch?
I am.
Do you want to give me a scouting roll, please?
No success.
Okay. That's fine. You pass through the hex with no issues. Where do you want to go next?
Right, so we've gone across the river.
Yeah.
I guess we would go, I would imagine, north. Not north. It'll be in the water.
Northwest or
Northwest. Yeah, northwest.
Okay, yeah, you can go northwest or north or southwest. From
So,
here. Yeah.
so northwest into the forest,
Yeah,
and see if we can pick up a trail of orcs.
sure. Okay.
Now, I don't know about you guys, but I was always told to look out for orcs and not get too close. And here we are looking them out. These are funny times.
Thank you, prospector, for your ancient wisdoms.
Kark, can you speak orc?
Yes, because I'm the same color as orcs, and we're all great friends.
I don't know.
Well,
That is straight up goblinoid racist.
that,
But you know what? I know you meant it innocently, so I won't hold it against you.
Thanks.
I reckon I could talk to an orc.
I reckon you could talk to a donkey.
I do all the time.
I know, I've seen it. It's horrible.
You are. You're an observant little goblin. That's why we keep you around.
That is actually accurate. Yes, I am observant.
We
That's
are
why
just talking truths. This is what's going on.
that's why I keep doing the leading the way test.
Okay, so you've made it into you're entering this new hex, right? So we're talking about doing another lead the way roll
Yep.
and another scouting roll as well.
How wrong can it go?
Oh wait,
Yeah,
sorry.
it's
So
fine.
we've gone northwest, right?
Yeah.
Yes. And the scouting roll didn't look awesome.
The scouting
Well,
roll,
just-
just to remind everyone, means if
was
there
no
is
one
a
around.
threat, if I've rolled
Yeah.
an encounter, you'd be able to see it before it happens. So I hadn't rolled. There was no encounter rolled for that last hex.
So yeah, I guess the question is where are we going now? Are we going northwest still, or?
You've already moved northwest. You've already said that, so
Southwest.
it's happened already.
Yeah, no,
Oh.
I know. I'm asking if we're doing that again or going southwest.
Well, you gotta roll first to see if you have any mishaps in this new hex.
Oh,
So that's
Harry?
Harry.
Yep,
We need another.
I'm doing it. Got this on speed dial now. There we
Okay.
go.
wow.
Nice.
Fuck me, I'm doing well
So
today.
you find
This is great.
you managed to find a path into the forest on the other side of the river. Yep. Ed's not doing a particularly great job at keeping watch, but
That's
You know what?
fine.
With all the good rolls that we've had so far, I think we should call it a game and
Yep.
This has been great.
Right. Great. Shall we Break
See you
out.
all in a month.
I
And now
am
for a tavern
rude.
talk.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks.
So you're making your way through the trees, and you can as you're coming into the trees, you can see kind of off to your west, what looks like maybe some stone battlements, maybe just over the tops of the trees, but you couldn't really make out a lot of detail. It's in the forest a bit, and as soon as you started getting closer to the forest, obviously you lost that view, that perspective. But you have a feeling that's basically where you were being told to go, so you have a kind of an idea on where to head.
Right.
You get into the forest. You're kind of trekking your way through the forest, looking. Karka's doing a good job of finding you a path through it.
I can't see anything. It's fine.
You're
There's no one
kind
around.
of, for some reason, you're just kind of.
Are you telling me that you cannot see the forest for the trees?
But
There's
and
just no one hiding for us. It's fine.
thankfully, there's no extra encounters in this hex either.
Oh, good.
But
Not that we know.
You do notice at one point, Key, that you see a fox kind of flitting, but as you're kind of trying to keep a watch and looking around, you at one point, or maybe at a couple of points, in your kind of peripheral vision, you see what you're sure is a fox kind of darting between trees behind you.
Okay, that's cool. All
right.
I won't mention it.
Okay.
I'll just smile a little to myself. That's about it.
Cool. All right. And as you're kind of in this hex, so the time now, because you can move two hexes in two like plain hexes in 1 quarter day, but you've only moved the one. So it's now getting into evening time, and you can see that there is you can kind of, in some glimpses, like when you you're kind of in deep forest, but there are occasions where there's like small clearings, or where like maybe some trees have fallen over from big storms or just old age, that sort of thing. And through some of these gaps, you're able to, as you're kind of getting closer to this thing, you're starting to be able to see like the battlements that are kind of rising above the treetops a little bit in the distance, and you can tell that you're getting closer to them. Still not enough to really make out any details. At one point, when you're a little bit closer, just before the light is starting to fade, you do see some smoke. Like just not like a lot of smoke, not like there's a massive blazing fire, probably from cook fires, and yeah, kind of just kind of trickling up above some of the battlements, and then disappears from view again as you're kind of moving along. So the question is, like, you do need to eat, you do need to rest and stuff to keep your stuff to keep yourself healthy and stuff. Do you want to move into the like another hex towards this place, or do you want to make camp here?
We probably want to. Well,
Generally in
we're-
favour of having a go at it fresh.
Yeah, and we're running out of light. I can get this boar all cooked up.
Yep.
I mean, it is basically dark now. I mean, I should probably clarify.
Yeah.
It's springtime. Technically, the evening is dark, but I'm kind of saying it's like dusk. So I'm gonna let you, like, there's not gonna be any negative penalties or anything if you want to make camp now.
Yeah, might as well.
Probably should make camp.
Yeah, so let's do that. So let's have a quick chat about it. Who's gonna be doing what? You can do
I'm cooking.
Okay, you're gonna be cooking the boar meat. That's cool.
Yep.
I'll keep an eye out.
Do you want to keep an eye out and you want me to make camp?
Yeah, seems like a plan.
Okay.
All right.
Well, could I spend some of my XP from earlier in survival?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. You've been doing a lot of survival rolls, so, or at least observing a lot of survival.
You've
going
been
on, at the
watching
very
a
least.
lot.
So you've probably learned something, right?
Okay, so then I'll make camp, or at least help. I got 5 wits and 1 survival now, so
That's really good.
Tell you what, you need to learn, so I'll let you do it and I'll help you.
okay.
Aw.
And then, do we have any gear that would help that?
I do.
Yeah, you've got a tent, which is going to
Got
help.
a tent.
Yep.
Which
Gives
will
it
give
+2.
you +2 to your gear.
Okay, so then that'll be 2 skill, 1 for health, 1 for mine.
Yep.
Plus 2.
And-
Oh yeah, plus the 2 gear die. Yep, from the tent.
2 gear.
We will make camp.
But you can't push this roll. So just to
No need.
just remind you.
Cool.
Yeah, nice. So you got a success, which is all you need. So you make camp for the night, the two of you together. And Eric, you rolled survival, I believe, for cooking.
I think I just roll for the amount I cook. I don't
That's
actually
true. You don't.
contest it.
That's right. You don't need to contest it. Yep, you're right.
I think it's a D6 with a cauldron. I can't.
I'm gonna just quickly look it up.
Yep. You've got 6 lots of meat, so
A 6.
well.
Wow.
Yeah, boars. They're large.
Yeah.
Cauldron lets the chef cook D6 plus 2 food units per quarter day.
+2 bonus.
This is from the
Rad.
this is from the latest version of the PDF. Yeah.
so is
Yes.
that for every unit, or is that for
No.
I cooked it all, guys. I cooked
all of
it
it?
all.
Okay.
Outstanding. We got lots of joints.
So
Oh,
the
it smells good in here.
yeah, we can talk about the cooking in our next tavern talk, but I'll just make a note
cool.
of that.
Cool. That's 7 units, by the way. So
I
how do
think
we
we're
want
going
to
to
break
be.
that up? Well, 6 units. 6 units. We only had 6.
So who's got
Right.
a D6 in it? I guess in food.
I've got D8.
Lyria has D6.
Yeah.
So
If anyone needs fed, it's the elf.
yeah, absolutely. So if we give her 2.
Yep.
Seems fair.
I mean, yeah.
There's
Give
6
her
units,
2.
right? So she should get 2,
Yeah.
and then everybody else gets at least 1, and then
Yeah.
somebody else gets the last one.
Well,
Yep.
why don't we just eat the meat and then that leaves us with our.
Well, because you can roll on
Yes.
it,
Well,
so
we can
theoretically
roll it.
everyone could
Oh, yeah,
eat
yeah.
from it. So
Good
why don't
enough.
you
Oh,
why
I
don't you
say-
all roll first? We'll see if anybody's goes down, and then we can figure out how many are left. That sounds
Yeah,
quite
I
Right.
think
Well-
somebody figured out that was the efficient way to do things.
Well, wait, no. We should roll after we increase it because our chances improve.
That's true. That's
so,
true.
so here's my proposal: is Lyria
Yep.
and Key get 2, Kark and I get
Yep.
1 because Key
Right.
shot it.
It's only efficient if
Okay,
you
so
already have full.
everybody first
Cool.
first roll for food, please.
Yep.
And then your second roll will be for water. So roll for your food first, and then roll for your water. And we didn't find out what Key was doing, by the way. What Kark was doing.
Goblin things.
You could have been sleeping, actually.
Just going to
Mary.
say that.
I mean, yeah, but I also have a talent to learn.
Yeah, but that doesn't require a quarter. Is it a brand new talent? Actually, this is. I've actually skipped a rule here.
Uh-oh, you naughty boy.
Ed, we're gonna require some rolling from you.
Yay!
Let's just wait until the food and the water's been done.
Yeah. I'm a
I'm
great.
unchanged for everything.
You are
Same
well
here.
hydrated. You've got a D12, baby.
So,
Yeah, we
We
got
should all
that.
have D12.
Yeah, nobody's
Yeah.
gone down. Excellent. Good. Okay, so for quickly do the experience thing, when you take a new talent, what you
Yep.
have to do is you actually have to. It says it requires a quarter day of practice and successful wits
Yep.
roll.
Okay.
So you haven't actually taken the quarter day to learn any of these talents.
Nope.
No, that's fine.
We'll do that
uh,
soon.
So we're gonna actually kind of take those away from you for now.
Cool. No problem.
And you're gonna need to spend a quarter day to practice it, and it's
Fine.
gonna require a successful wits roll. So
Cool.
bear that in mind. And when you've got time to do that, then let me know. Okay.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
The GM taketh away.
Indeed.
No.
This is why I hate GMs.
Oh, they're horrible.
Wow.
Oh.
The worst kind of people.
Suddenly,
Rock
6
fall.
dragons come hurtling into your camp.
Dragons.
Yeah.
What was that you
I've
said
seen
about
dragons.
What was that
We
you said
push
about
Arlek.
GMs?
We push Arlek forward and say, "Eat this."
That's right. I don't
Oh.
have to run the fastest. I just have to run faster than you.
Just switch to Iron Sworn. No GM. No problem.
Indeed. Okay.
Yes, that's right. Let's lead a rebellion against Matt.
So, so Kark was learning a talent. Is that right? In that last,
Yeah,
Yeah.
why the
Yeah.
fuck not? Might as well do it sooner rather than later, eh?
because you hadn't done anything in that last quarter day. So,
No.
is
I
that what
did
you want
think
to?
I was like keeping a watch, but that's fine too.
You could
Yeah,
keep a
you
watch.
probably were. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you want to learn a
So-
talent? I guess is the question.
I do want to learn a talent. Yes, it's just a question of what's the most important thing to do right now.
I would say keep watch.
Yeah.
So I can take the overnight fake watch. I'm not terrible at it.
I have night vision. I'm quite happy to take the nocturnal watches.
Well,
There's also a point of sleeping.
Yeah.
Because if one of you is keeping watch and nobody's sleeping in this current, so what could make sense to get you moving very quickly in the morning is while they were making camp and cooking, you could have been sleeping, Kark. And then you could keep watch over the camp at night.
Makes sense.
I
While
was just
everyone else
trying
is
to give
sleeping.
you space to learn your talent.
I know. Thank you.
Yeah.
It was helpful, but
Because I'll be up overnight anyway, because I can't sleep at night.
I thought you
Yeah.
had gotten rid of that situation because you were
Nope.
better now.
No,
Nope.
not yet.
10 days or something, wasn't it?
Not until
Yeah.
like the 43rd day or something.
Jesus Christ Almighty. All right, in that case, I guess I'm learning the talent.
Yep.
All right, so learning the talent. It's a wits roll with no modifiers. Is that right?
Wits roll with no modifiers. Yep. And
Bloody
I'm
hell.
not sure if you can push it. No,
Oh,
because
well, there we go.
It's a quarter day, so you can't push it.
It's a moot point.
Yep. Fine. So you've learned whichever talent you were learning. What talent were you learning?
Better with axes.
Okay.
Axe
It's the
master?
axe fighter talent. Rank 1.
Love
Okay.
it.
Yeah, which with the profession path of the blade should mean that I'm able to chop assorted motherfuckers pretty effectively.
Okay. Cool. All right.
Yeah.
So we're now into the night phase, and everyone sleeps apart from Arlek, who's going to keep watch. So why don't you give me a scouting roll for the night, please?
Okay. All right. Let's see here. We'll just.
You drinking that mate stuff again?
Who?
The person with the bottle that just screwed the lid on.
That was me. No, I'm drinking water.
Oh. I thought it was the club mate.
Oh no, it's water.
I
Okay,
got this.
you got a success. So at some point during the night, you notice two eyes glowing at you from not too close, like kind of looking your direction, reflected off of the campfire. And as you kind of focus in on it to kind of see what it is, you see that there's a kind of an orange shape that darts away. And other than that,
Oh, okay.
there's nothing else that happens overnight.
I just I make a little whistle, like a little, whoop, whoop, and that's it.
Okay,
Just
nothing
letting it know
happens.
I saw
Doesn't
it.
yeah, it
Yep.
doesn't come to you or anything like that. But okay, so we're now into the morning of the 38th of Springwane. So, what do you
I have a question regarding talents and things.
Mm-hmm.
I noticed that there's a kin talent. Is that an automatically granted talent, or is that something you have
Yeah,
to spend XP to learn?
Everybody's got the kin talent.
Oh,
There are
well,
no ranks.
That's great.
No ranks
In
in,
that
it.
case,
You've
I
always
must
got it.
not have added that to my sheet.
Yeah, it's quite possible it's not on your sheet.
Yeah.
It's on the
I-
top of your sheet. Kin nocturnal.
No, it says goblin talent sneaky.
No, that's not the. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're looking at an old version of the rules. It's been updated.
Oh,
Nocturnal's the new one.
Oh.
my apologize.
Yeah, sneaky was the old one.
Oh, okay.
But I
In
think
that case, I
nocturnal
have no
still.
idea what else is out of date.
The nocturnal one also grants you the same bonus from the stealth one, but it also just mentions that you can see in the dark. So
My
Okay.
apologies.
it kind of covers the old sneaky talent and expands on it a little bit because there's it anyway. Yeah.
I took a point of damage to wits for being sleepy.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. All right. So next morning is here.
Yep.
I wish I could
You feel
stay
that you're
up all night.
relatively close to this this place now. What do you want to do?
Well,
So we'll have to be sneaky now for the rest
rise
of
and
it.
shine, everybody. This is a very tired-looking Arlek.
I wish I could stay up all night and only be partially fucked.
So, just to remind you, Mergeline told you that where you needed to go, that there was basically a ruined city at the base of where the orcs are, meaning that it's elevated on top of a cliff kind of thing, where the orcs are. And at the bottom of the base of this cliff, there used to be an elven city. It's in ruins, and there's an old park there, and there's like a chapel in this park, and it's at that chapel in this park where you have to do something with the poem. She's not 100% sure what exactly, but she told you the words of the poem. She told you where you needed to go. So that's kind of what you know. Okay. So
yeah, so I would hint towards making our way there first, and then once we're a little bit closer and get this deal with the park and whatnot and building sorted out, we can make better choices for what we need to do next.
Yeah.
I figure we should just kind of like stick together now for the rest of this, because if we don't want to get split up.
Okay. So, can I get a lead the way roll, please?
You want me to do it again?
Ed, are you doing it? Or
Yes. No, I reckon.
It sounded a bit like you were about to do it.
No.
Okay, there I go.
Now.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, you're smashing these.
do.
You're smashing.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Man,
How long is your luck gonna last?
not very long, I'm guessing.
Okay, so
Like,
you
I'm usually
basically-
bad at rolling dice.
You basically are kind of walking through the forest, and you slowly start to see glimpses through the trees of this thing kind of getting closer and closer and looming larger and larger in front of you. And through the trees, you start getting every now and again a very, very slight wisp of, or a hint of a smell coming to you, which is the smell of like cooking smoke. So, you know, like meat being cooked. And wood fire sort of smoke. You also occasionally can hear the sounds of I don't want to say civilization because it's not like a metropolis or anything, but you can occasionally hear like voices on the breeze, that sort of thing. And that increases the closer you get to this until you kind of get to the edge of some of the trees, and you see this. So if you go to the left of... It says mud and blood, not... Anyway.
Hang on while I minimize various things.
Ooh.
And
What is going on?
Oh, this
my
looks
goodness
cool.
me.
so you're basically approaching from this area over here. That didn't really last
Alright.
very long. It didn't stay very long. Okay, I don't know why that's not staying very long.
You
But
ping
from
it.
the right hand side of the kind of image there. Okay? And as it kind of so sort of a little bit further to the north, a little bit further up from that, but basically what looks like the city there at the base of this like this kind of cliff, it's all ruined. It's all ruined stone buildings, trees growing completely through it. It doesn't seem to be any life there, no people that you can see moving around. But as you're kind of at the edge of the trees, kind of peeking through them, you definitely can see smoke rising from up at the top of the cliff, where there's the kind of ramparts from a stone fortress, and kind of on the other side of the ramparts you can see kind of some small campfires or smoke fires. You can hear sounds kind of coming to you from that direction as well.
Excuse
So
me,
what do you want
folks.
to do? Yeah, no problem. Why don't I get a very quick scouting roll from you, Key, as
Yep,
well?
will do. Here's one I made earlier. Okay. No, it isn't. Try again, shall we? Hooray! 2 successes.
Okay. So you're kind of emerging from this forest. You see this thing. You can sense that there are people around. Your senses are instantly like honed in, and you're pretty sure that if there's anything in these houses, you'd probably be able to spot them, as you're kind of taking quite a few moments to kind of look around and that sort of thing. So if there are going to be any threats, I'll let you. I won't make you roll again.
Okay.
I'll kind of let you spot them.
Yeah, I guess my thing is to sort of like stay low, go. I mean, although I'm not like sort of like stealthy, I'll just kind of take it slowly rather than be careful.
Yeah.
I guess. And then try and use as much cover from any foliage or trees or walls or anything like that.
Sure. So what is it what you want to do? So you're told that there's a park in this ruined city or there's like ruined town at the base of the cliff, and the chapel is up against the cliff.
Okay.
So it's not like in the center of this area, it's right up against the cliff somewhere. So that's what you know.
Yep. So we just really need to go straight forward.
Well,
Just hit
yeah.
the cliff.
I'm thinking we find this tree in this park, and then see how that connects with the temple.
Hey, this is an elven city, right? So Lyria, you know where you're going.
But yeah, I know exactly where I'm going.
Yeah, elves have lived for like hundreds of years, so I assume that you've probably been here sometime. You know, back in the day
I'll do
When-
keep in mind.
when you were young.
Maybe it just looked different back then.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, so
Well-
what's going on then? You gonna try and sneak?
Yep, I guess so.
So we're gonna use the group sneaking rules.
We need to find a place to put the donkey and the goat.
They are not stealthy creatures. That's a good
Well,
point.
perhaps we just bring them to the park, right? There should be plenty for them to eat there.
Well, I was thinking if we leave them at the park, then they might become orc dinner.
Well, then we keep them with us, and if we meet any
Can't
orcs
be
along
stealth
the
with
way, we make our case that we are bringing this.
Aren't
wait.
you a merchant? Shouldn't you come bringing like merchanty stuff?
Oh yeah, I have stuff to trade.
So
Don't worry about the orcs. We'll deal with them. We don't
Or-
need to.
I'm sure orcs understand the concept of like commerce.
Oh,
I'd rather
absolutely.
Because-
avoid them.
Like all species, they're avid capitalists.
I say we just we don't go looking for a fight, and these seem like civilized folk. If they have an emperor, we assume the oh, is that funny, Goblin? All right. Well, I just say we don't go smashing around. We keep to ourselves and say that we've come to visit the great Emperor Horoka and see his
To your
forge.
leader.
No, we need to go
Yeah.
to the chapel first.
Right. I'm just saying if we
Oh.
meet anyone along the way.
What the fuck do we want to go to a chapel for?
I
There's
know.
nothing in there but gods.
That's what Lyria said.
The
Lyria,
elf
that's
wants us
a
to
terrible
go-
idea. We have no interest in praying.
The poem, Kark. Don't you remember the poem from the elf?
What's a fucking poem?
It's like that musical kind of like words
Musical words? Are you off your fucking head?
that are kind of like arranged in a cool. I don't know. It's what they kind of learn in sort of like.
Sober
Places.
up, long legs.
What? I haven't drunk anything. Maybe I should drink something.
Meanwhile, while all this is going on, I'm like meandering down whatever street's nearest, checking out like the architecture, poking my head in windows and doors. that are
Follow the
open.
ancient one.
Are you trying to do this stealthily at all, by any chance? Okay, all right.
I
Let's
think
say
we're not trying to be
Yeah.
loud. We're just
sure.
casual.
You're not.
But we
Yeah.
are gonna be.
Yeah. So that
That's
means
what
if
we're
there's
trying to catch up.
anybody,
Actually, I
if
think we're
there's,
arguing in the middle of the
Make-
street, so we're probably
yeah,
being very stealthy.
so I don't need to make any scouting rolls for anyone,
No.
any NPCs. Let's
No.
put it that way.
Maybe an opposed scouting roll.
Uh huh. Yeah,
Nah.
that's not really gonna happen.
Yeah.
So I've already said that because Key has rolled 2 successes for a scouting roll earlier.
That's true.
I'm kind of, if there are any threats, you'll be able to see
Yeah.
them, but they're going to be aware of you because you're not trying to be stealthy
Yeah,
as well. So it's
that's
not.
fine.
It's kind of two-edged sword here, but that's fine. You make your way. So we're going to focus over on Lyria. Lyria,
Yeah.
you're kind of leading. You're kind of taking point, if you will, and you're heading towards the cliff. And eventually, you come to the cliff. Or just before you get to the cliff, you do see that there's quite a large old kind of park area where the kind of the houses, the ruined houses, kind of stop. You can see the kind of some ruined remains of like a wall that was kind of going in a semicircle around the cliff, And the trees here are bigger, more majestic than a lot of the other trees. So you imagine that these were trees part of the park that
Fuck, that's a
are
majestic
older.
tree.
Yeah. So, you've come to the park, you reckon? And the chapel is meant to be in this park somewhere. So,
Ugh.
just as you're kind of stopping by the park and everyone else is catching up to you, Key, you notice that one of the trees in the park, there's something not quite right about it.
Okay.
Oh no, I've only got dirty ideas.
I really don't want to know.
Okay. I kind of guess as I'm kind of stepping behind Lyria, I'll kind of look up at the tree. And
And
kind of give it a bit more of a closer inspection, I guess.
you're just kind of stepping forward to look closer at the tree, when you also realize that on either side of you, from out of the shrubbery and the trees and the overgrowth, suddenly you are surrounded on both sides by elves, with their bows drawn, pointed at you, at all of you.
And these are weird-looking orcs.
And the tree directly in front of you bends towards you, and eyes open up. It's
Shit.
That's unusual.
Oh.
We have brought the Hobbit to Isengard.
Yeah.
So
I
I'll take a
only
step
like
back.
the Brave remix.
you. One elf steps forward, and she has her skin is very unusual. It looks like polished wood. It's it's kind of a light brown, like oak kind of, very polished. But otherwise, like her features are completely as you'd expect them to look. Just like her skin is the kind of the color and it looks like the texture of very polished wood.
So, beside the elf and Lyria, we can see now a difference between the fact that Lyria is not a full elf. Or
Not
do they
all
look-
of it. She's the only of these elves that looks like that.
Okay.
And there was an elf in the camp who also did not look like this.
Okay.
Okay. She steps forward and says, "You're not orcs. What are you doing
Neither are
here?
you.
State your business."
Neither are you.
I think you should. I think you should be doing the talking first, strangers. And when she
I'll look
says
at
that,
Maria.
you hear this slight as the bows are kind of just pulled back ever so slightly more all around you.
Yeah, my
How's that?
arrow's notched in a bow, but I'm not doing anything with it.
I agree with you, but I cannot get these three to ever shut up.
What are you doing here?
We've been sent by
Margaline.
Was her by Mergaline to recover a ruby of hers.
Okay. As soon
Very
as you
good,
as soon as you name drop Mergdaline, you see the tension just
Wow.
dials down a notch, like a massive notch. The bows still, like everyone with the bows, keep them trained on you. But Olmaya, you can see that she something in her demeanor changes ever so slightly, almost like her face softens a little, and she nods and says, "Huh. So her plan B seems to have worked. She's found some." She looks you all up and down. "Unlikely candidates."
You're familiar with her then?
Ah, yeah, she's meant to be meeting up with us. Well, she's meant to be meeting up with us today. We're going to be attacking the those filthy orcs, those thieves, at dawn tomorrow. Well, listen, she's given you some idea about changing this clasp to swap the ruby and to bring the ruby back to us, right?
Correct.
You've got today to do it. If you're not back here by dawn, we're going to attack, whether you're up there or not, and we're going to be taking our ruby back by force.
Understood.
She holds a hand up, and the elves around her all lower their bows. She says, I imagine you'll be wanting to visit the chapel then.
That was why we are here right now, actually. Before we go, what kind of forces are we looking at up there?
Oh, we reckon maybe 200 orcs.
Oof.
This
Each, that's
this
fine.
orc who sets himself up as an emperor has been gathering orcs from the area around and bringing them here. So it's a sizable force. That's why we want to strike at night. Well, at dawn, when they're the quietest, we'll be able to sneak in, hit them when they're not expecting it, grab the ruby, and get away again.
Seems like a good plan.
Bold. Anyway.
She kind of raises an eyebrow when you say that.
Don't, like, can you pretend that you don't know us when you do it?
Listen, if you're up there and you don't attack us, just stay out of our way.
Oh no, if we're still up there, we'll be helping you. There's no question about that.
We'll see. We'll see.
No, I don't really want to, like, have a shot at some orcs that I've got no actual quarrel with.
Well,
Yeah.
maybe we talk about this a different
We're not
time.
even-
We have a job to do, don't we?
Like,
Before
we
the
do.
day ends.
We're not even being paid for this job.
Okay,
We're not?
so she basically turns her back on you.
I
and
don't think this is a conversation we should have right now.
steps away from you, and almost like with that quickly, there are no more elves in the glade around you.
Why can't you
park.
do that, Lyria?
She
You
doesn't
no
have
idea of what
she
I'm
doesn't have the
capable
same
of.
stealth level as these elves.
They don't
How
know
many
that.
stealth points do you have, Lyria?
Maybe she can. She's just
Five.
never done it.
Let's just put it this way: if there's a group stealth roll, Lyria is going to be the one rolling.
I have many, they're just not marked down on my character sheet.
Right.
That's the important thing.
So
Would they have pointed in the direction of the chapel?
they didn't point in the direction of the chapel, but the Ent kind of steps slowly, ponderously to one side, and it kind of lowers a branch, which you can see there's wooden fingers on the end, and it points beyond it, deeper into the like towards the cliff.
All right, love.
Oh,
How's it
yes,
going?
we know where we're going.
Much obliged, friend.
As you're kind of walking under this tree thing, it seems that the tree is a little bit stooped, you think, and you have no idea how, like, it was one of the bigger trees in this park when you were looking there, and you reckon it must be 10 meters tall, possibly, if it was stretched right up. It's massive. Okay,
What kind of tree?
you tell me.
Well, if it's an ash tree, it's a pretty pathetic ash tree. It's only 10 meters.
It's not an actual tree. It's like a tree monster, isn't it? Or a monster, a tree being. But ash. You said ash, so it resembles an ash tree.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay, you pass through the past this creature. You don't see any more elves as you're kind of getting deeper into the park, and after a very short period of time, you come up to the cliff face, and you can see that basically here there is this must be the chapel. There's a small. For those of you who have seen a chapel, it resembles a chapel that has kind of collapsed in on itself. It's kind of ruined. There is there's no roof on it, but you can see as you kind of get closer to it that there's like a room on the inside, which would be like an alcove, like a room. There's an alcove hewn into the side of the cliff face, vines everywhere, and in the main chamber there are 4 statues.
Ugh.
They all have open mouths, gaping open.
Elves are fucking sick.
Well, now,
So-
hold on. This poem says something about, so there are these 4 statues, And she said something about
So-
4 divine kisses. That seems
It's
like
like
it
a-
matches.
It's like a room with the entrance like in the park. There's a door opposite the door you came in on, which is closed, and on either side of the room are 2 statues. One of them is the head on one of them is cracked, but otherwise they're mostly intact.
What do the statues look like? Are they like martial, or they look like religious figures, or?
Yeah. They are. So why don't you all give me a lore roll?
Okay.
This will be the shortest.
In fact,
All in
hold
the
on,
world.
hold on. I think for the Alderlanders and for Lyria. So I think actually I'll just give it to you for free for all of you other than Kark, because Kark won't know this. They are depictions,
Thanks,
common
buddy.
depictions of 4 of the gods of the setting, which are
Okay.
Flow, Whale, Clay, and the Nightwalker.
That
Okay.
makes sense then.
Oh yeah, pieces of
Okay.
shit number 1 through 4.
Well,
Assorted human business. Yuck.
Does that mean someone has to kiss these gods?
well, that's. Well, let's see. What would it say? 4 divine kisses echo hazily. Low speak, quiet wail. The god of clay, the vessel shapes. The walk of night, serpent escapes. Now, here's what I'm hearing first of all is that we don't touch that walker statue over there because something's gonna come out and bite us. And speak and wail. I don't know how it is. Whale's mouth open?
All of them have open mouths.
What
Well,
the
that's-
actual fuck?
Let's
Like
I'm
they're
gonna walk up
like
to
they're
the-
singing, not like they're blow up dolls. Come on.
I'm going to walk over to the statue of whale and try and close its mouth.
I'm gonna walk up to the statue of a whale and scream at it.
You're gonna try and close its mouth.
Yeah,
It doesn't
with
close.
my staff, just try to give it a little nudge.
Shouldn't we do it in order or something?
As you get closer to it, you can see that it's
Stop.
not just like a statue with an open mouth. There's like a hole going into the statue.
Okay. Okay.
Harry, everything okay?
Oh, I'm fine. It's you I'm worried about.
Hey, this is a published adventure I'm reading from right now. Okay,
Yeah.
just to,
Yeah. Just a
What if
question
we
of
have
what
to
you-
blow into these?
I think it goes up in age rating.
Is there
So, do you speak into flow? Do you not do anything with whale?
and what's the vessel? I wonder.
God of clay, the vessel shapes. I wander over to Clay. Does Clay have anything in his hands or
Which one is Clay?
Clay's the so if you're kind of
the
looking
dirty
at
looking
them
one?
on your left, you've got 2. You've got Flow and Whale on your left in terms of which ones are closest to the entrance, and on the right you've got Clay and the Nightwalker. And Clay is the one with the cracked with the head is cracked.
Okay.
There's nothing. Clay has something. Clay has something in its hands.
Yep.
But
Is it
it's
a
it's
vessel?
kind of partially broken. You can't really tell what it is.
Okay. Do we reckon we need to someone needs to speak into Flo's mouth? The other person has to, I don't know, blow into Whale's mouth. Someone needs to stick some dirt on the broken bit of Clay's head. And someone can get bit by a snake that comes out of Walker.
I volunteered to scream at the statue.
I say we just leave Walker alone. I don't like the sound of that.
What do you reckon, Lyria?
I would reckon seeing if I could roll for insight and getting a little bit of a hint from the GM.
It wouldn't be insight. It wouldn't absolutely not be insight. Insight is for interpersonal relationships with another NPC.
Alright,
It would
it's one of those
be
bullshit skills.
lore. It'd be lore.
I'll take lore.
Wait, are you an NPC?
So, hold on. Before you roll for lore, though, there's no way you would know anything about this. So, you'd have to tell me exactly what you're trying to figure out with lore. You can't just make a lore roll and I kind of solve the riddle for you.
I was just
Try.
seeing if there was anything that kind of jumped out to what this possibly could be.
Like a straight wits intuition roll.
Yeah.
Because my personal brain right now is drawing a fucking blank.
I'm gonna grab some dirt,
Yeah.
throw some water on it, and then go over to the god of clay and basically figure out what's in its hands and kind of try and make something in its hands.
So, okay. So you grab some dirt. Sorry, just to come back to Charlotte very quickly. I'm just hesitating because there's nothing really that if you were to make a lore roll and you got a success, I don't think there's really a place for me to feed you the information that you would get from that. You're kind of heading on the right path here, so I don't see anything more than that. Just
Okay,
try
I'd like to take
going
a
down the route
bunch
you're
of.
going.
Have we got any like assorted rags or anything with which I could plug the statue of whale?
Good idea.
I mean,
That's
you
a good
could
idea.
rip.
And I will climb
Let's
up
hear-
the statue to plug it.
I mean, they're not so tall that you have to climb up them.
Oh, that's handy then.
They're kind of. I mean, you're a short goblin, so
Yes.
maybe for you, you need just like a little leg up. I mean, you could kind of. You could probably
Come on,
just like
Longshanks, give me a boost.
move a bit of detritus over to stand on. But basically, yes, you can try that. But we're gonna go back to over to Key because Key is kind of being the most proactive to start off with. Key, you pick up some
Sure.
dirt. What's the first thing you're doing with it? Putting it on its head.
So yeah, basically I'm gonna like kind of make the crack solid. So just put the dirt. So make
Well, the
some
crack
mud.
is like they all seem to have sort of flattish heads, and the crack
Okay.
is like a bit bigger at the top as it kind of goes down, and it kind of goes like by its mouth and then like to its chin. So the crack goes through its mouth, but up at
Yeah.
the top, like where its head is, you can't see it that high.
Yeah.
It's a little bit bigger. So you're gonna try and like sprinkle the dirt.
Well,
in
I'm
the
gonna
top
make
there?
some mud. Make some
Alright.
mud and just slap it on so it kind of,
Right, okay.
covers it. So it makes it a solid head, I guess.
Fine. So you do that. You're kind of like patching up this this crack, and as you do, some of the mud kind of flakes off at the top, and it comes rolling out of the mouth and falls to the floor.
Right. Okay. Okay. On top of the heads. See if you can stick anything on the heads.
Oh. Oh wait, this little mud bit that came out of the hole. Maybe that's what we put into whale.
Cock, is there anything on its head?
No,
A crack, a flattish bit.
there are no cracks on the other ones. It's only clay that has the
Ah.
crack,
Okay. So
and the
Maybe
crack
that's what
looks
I
like
designed.
something has like part of the like something has fallen and smashed it. Not like it's been deliberately
Oh,
placed
okay.
there. If that makes sense.
right. Okay. So yeah.
Let's give it a go.
Stick your bit of rag or whatever in your
Hmm.
in Wales.
Or this little bit of clay that came out of clay.
That's as good as any. Clay is fine.
Yeah, I'll pass that to Kark.
Saves our good rags. So upon plugging whale statue with a lump of clay,
Mm-hmm.
what do I experience, if anything?
Nothing. Nothing
No,
happens.
not on clays, on quiets. You want to plug quiet. Whale. No, whale.
Whale. Yeah.
You want to plug whale.
Yeah,
I
that's
want
what I
to plug
understood.
whale.
He's plugged
Okay.
whale
Yeah.
with clay.
Okay.
With
All
with
right.
mud.
Okay.
With mud.
Yeah,
Sorry. Yeah.
All right.
Whatever the
So-
hell there is.
Right.
There's not really a clay deposit here. You're making mud
Yeah,
using some of your water with dirt.
Yeah.
So, what about? So with flow, do you like speaking to its face?
I don't usually have this kind of problem with riddles.
So, here's a question. Why are we down? Why don't we just walk up the side of the hill and go say hi to the orcs? Like, why are we down here anyway?
Well, that's what Margaline or whatever her name said, wasn't it? I look
I mean,
at
To
Lyria.
solve this, we'll find an entrance into the fortress.
I'm literally only.
Right, but I'm sure this isn't how the orcs get in.
That's exactly why we need to do this.
Literally
I'm
only
not
here because
following you.
there
We
is-
could just
So-
walk up
was
and
who I was
say
following.
hi.
So, okay, so what do? Say hi? Can we steal your gem?
No, we go and we go and we present ourselves to the emperor, and maybe we get
And
close
say
to
what?
him. We are wandering adventurers looking for work, and we've heard of a great and grand emperor, and perhaps he has a place in his court for us fine folk of great skill and
The amount of time it would
aptitude.
take for us to get in his good graces will be longer than dawn tomorrow.
Is it possible to get in the
Oh.
good graces of an orc at all?
We might earn some pretty good graces if we tell him that some elves are coming to go take his things.
We will not be doing that.
All right, let's take a step back from Lyria.
Yeah. Look, I think Lyria has something of an attachment to her, I don't know, type.
All the same, if we tell him that, we might get close enough to make the swap before they even show up.
Yeah, and we get out, and if there's any elves around, they'll riddle you with arrows.
No, because we make the swap and
I've
just
been
like
riddled with
Mergaline
arrows
wanted,
before.
we get the real gem and we hand it back to Mergaline afterward.
I don't think it'll work like that.
For some reason, I'm tempted to think that Lyria has got the right idea.
All right, well,
You're the boss.
just I don't know how we're getting with.
I don't know if
with
she's
this
the boss, but she
status.
definitely seems to be the person who's least insane and stupid.
So, here's a little clue. Read the poem again, just as Fenhorn has
Yes, thank you, Fenhorn.
suggested.
We already read it
Yeah, we did already read it.
multiple times.
You've read
Yeah,
it, and
they were
you've
going,
done you've
"We
made
know what to
you've
do."
done two things, right? There's four
Yep.
statues. You've done two things to the four statues.
Well,
Yeah.
Maybe
yeah.
we
Someone
need to
needs
put
to-
water into flow, and we need to speak into speak.
No.
Fenhorn. He's
And
getting
Van
impatient.
Horn.
And the only tree that we've dealt with was a giant man killing tree.
Look, which is the name of the god? Is it Quiet or is it Whale?
Whale,
It's Flow, Whale, Clay, and
the
Nightwalker.
The Nightwalker. Yeah.
Right then.
So someone needs to speak into Flow.
Can somebody just fucking do that already?
All right. I'll go over. All right, and I get next to Flo,
Ed and I already did one, so get to
Yeah.
work.
and I go up to its empty hole, and I'm like, hey, whale, we need to get through here. All right.
How close are you to
I-
its face?
I get pretty close because I'm sleepy and kind of grumpy. And then after saying that, I give a good clap on the shoulder,
Yeah, good
and
talk.
then I turn
You're-
around.
You're right
Yeah,
up in its.
sorry.
You're right up in its face. And
Oh yeah,
Are you? How close is your mouth to its mouth?
like here.
Show me. Your hand is in front of your face, so I can't see it. Show me like with your
Yeah,
fingers.
yeah. like inches.
Okay. As you're kind of talking, I guess full volume, right?
Oh yeah.
I mean, is there any other volume?
At one point there's a loud plosive sound with what you're saying, right? There's a burst of air out of your mouth, and you detect a slight whistling sound that pops out of the top of the statue's head.
Yeah.
As this plosive happens.
Okay. Well.
Just a slight like
yeah,
musical, like a slight musical, the hint of a musical note. And you can all kind of hear it. It's very faint, but you all hear this like.
Yeah. Okay.
See, I reckon you do that. I'm not really sure what you do with Whale. You obviously keep the stopper in. I don't know. I put the dirt in afterwards, and then hopefully something comes out of the Nightwalker.
This is the dumbest version of the end of the Fifth Element.
Well, Lyria, you gotta go fiddle with a serpent over at the Nightwalker, and I guess we're getting through this door. we
go
plugged
kiss it.
one. Yeah.
All right.
Go kiss it.
You kiss the Nightwalker statue.
The look on her face.
Nothing happens.
I've never seen anyone look so unimpressed.
But as you're kissing the mouth of the statue, you are very much aware that the mouth is open and that there's a hole going into the statue, and you detect the slightest breeze on your mouth as you're kissing.
Yeah, if the kissing doesn't work, I'm gonna cup my mouth and blow into it.
You do that, and there is a very, very loud, clear musical note. Not loud, like not super loud, but it just from the top of the statue's head. There's this whoo when you blow.
Then I'll try a second time, even harder.
Yeah.
Makes the same noise.
Louder.
Alright.
Or... same
It's
intensity?
slightly louder.
All right, Cock, you're gonna have to take that clay out of
For the
the
love
one and start whistling into it. And
okay, now for the record, did I not say why don't we just try blowing in the mouth at the very start of this?
you might have.
I have no idea because I listened to almost none of the things you said.
Yeah, that's like
Alright.
everyone else in our fucking group sometimes.
So then, yeah. I would go back to blowing in and Whale.
I'm just
So you take
picturing.
you take
I
the
don't know
stopper
if
out, or are
anyone
you
looks-
blowing into?
My God, I'm guessing the look on it.
The same statue I had. I mean,
Okay,
Park
it was
has
the
the one with
I thought it was the
clay in
first one,
so I'll
wasn't
let him
it?
Deal with that.
Right, so you go back to flow, you blow into the mouth, and
Yeah.
there's another clear note, slightly different to the one that came out of the Nightwalker. So a different pitch.
Oh shit!
Gee,
Do we have to make music like in Zelda?
maybe.
All right. Now, forgive me if this question is excessively crude, but do you think tongue would make a difference, like it would in a musical instrument?
I can play the
Hey,
trumpet,
Cock,
so I know what you mean.
You do what you want to do, Cock.
You do you. Do you blow into it?
I mean, enthusiastically.
Yeah.
Yeah, you take the stopper out of the mouth, you blow
Yeah,
into
like-
it, and
Look,
there's a third
It tastes
sound.
like soil. That's the ideal.
There's a third sound, and it's also different to the other two.
All right.
And I guess I'll do the same with mine. I'll get the dirt out of the top and the dirt out of the hole, and then I'll blow into the dirty mouth of this thing.
We've said so many things today.
There's no sound that comes out. The only sound is the sound of you blowing.
Right.
And you actually can tell that because of the crack that there's like you can kind of feel like ruffling in your hair that there's air that you're blowing is kind of.
Can you fix it?
Yeah, so I did. I put like mud all over the.
Can
the
you do a
actual
better
face,
job?
Okay.
The fuck was that?
Would Arlok happen to have a little ball of clay in his bag there?
I mean,
Something a little bit more sturdier than just mud.
Or if you've got some like loose rags, I can put that around, so that'll kind of hold everything in.
Let's see. Let's see. What do I have? I have a blanket.
Yeah, I'll do.
We can stuff a blanket in there.
You hear a voice from behind you.
Yeah.
Not figured it out yet.
Huh?
Oh, what's
Nah.
that then? What's that then?
There's an elf kind of leaning against the doorway with a kind of
it's-
a smirk on his face.
Oh. I turn around.
All right, Hen.
Yeah,
All
there's-
right, now.
there's an elf there in the doorway.
What is the point of all this?
You are pathetic, you four. Honestly.
Well, again, what is the point of all
Arguably
this?
true.
This is amazing, though. It's great.
Don't know about anyone else. I'm having fun.
Don't mind me. Please continue.
Hey,
Yeah, what are you here for?
I'm about to watch a human try and repair an elven statue with some mud. I'm just here for the laughs.
Oh, yeah.
right. All right. If you're so clever, what should we do?
Yeah, come on, Fanny boys, give us a show.
If is it not clear? You've got the poem.
I'm not so good with
Shut it,
poems.
Fenhorn.
Fenhorn, we're on a clock, motherfucker.
Shut it.
Ah! I know. I'm kicking myself right now.
See what you did? You made him
Look.
shine.
Once again, we don't have to go through this door. Like, there's a door that the orcs used up above.
I'm increasingly
Pointless.
persuaded by Eric's suggestions.
I look at Lyria.
That's all he gives you. His name is
The
not
god of
quite
clay, the
Ex
vessel
Machina.
shapes.
It's Ex Mach. He stops before the full thing.
What was that, Lyria?
The god of clay, the vessel shapes.
So I'm gonna give you for free, just so
All
we
right.
can move this around a little bit, move this along a little bit. The three notes are close to each other, almost as if they are descending down a scale potentially.
Mhm.
And there's one. It goes from flow. Sorry. Need to look at the thing. What was the first one? It was a flow, wasn't it? Flow has the highest note. Whale's the next one down, and then the Night Walker is 2 steps down from whale. Not that any of you potentially from your backstory know anything about music, but there we go.
I mean, does the cawing of crows and the sighing of badgers count as music?
I'm sure it does to some people.
Yeah, goblins.
Yeah.
Hey, did you say Clay had something at his feet?
He's got something in his hands that's broken. So I mean, I could just like throw some more mud and stuff on whatever it's in his hands and just hope for the best.
What does it look like that's broken?
I can't
Is
tell
it an
it's broken.
ocarina?
A what?
Sure, it's some sort of
I mean,
pipe.
I have a clay ocarina, my own personal self, and it makes
Matt?
lovely music, but only in minor keys.
Wait, I can, hold on. I can, I can sing a note. What note do we need?
I like where this is going.
I'll hit that note.
I am confident in you.
Sure.
All right, can I try that?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody, let's have a wee toot.
Hold on. I
I'll-
can do this.
I'll go over to Alex one.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, take over for the sound. Do
Yeah.
I just make a performance check?
No, fuck it. Let's keep this moving.
Can
All right.
look? Okay, here's an idea, right? As a frustrated goblin with a tendency towards violence, how about this? Hey, elf, you know what you're doing, so How about this? Help us, or I'll cut your tits off.
He draws his sword, points its tip right at you.
I will fucking eat that sword, and I'll still remove your bollocks before you're dead.
He grins, a big grin. Do you want to duel me, goblin?
No, I want to murder you in your sleep. Now fucking help us.
Sounds like you want to fight. I love fighting. I'll fight you.
I bet you fucking do, you
I'll
long
fight
shanks
you.
bastard.
I'll fight you.
You know what? Fuck it. Fuck
No,
it.
no, Cock!
Do it, Clark, do it!
I'm gonna eat him alive.
All right. It sounds
I
like
don't know any way to resolve this without violence, so that's just what we're doing.
All right. I'm getting out the duel cards, the advanced combat cards.
Ooh. This got exciting.
All right. So, all right, Harry. You're going to need to turn to. Have you got the PDF in front of you?
It depends on which
The
type
players-
of PDF you mean.
The player's handbook.
Yes, I do.
In the combat chapter, so starting on page sort of 89, 90. Hold on, let me find the page here. Okay. There's a on page 94, advanced close combat. And on page 95 it says the combat cards, which I've got here in my hand.
I see them.
Yeah. So the first thing we're going to do, I'm going to shuffle them up very quickly. And I'm going to draw for you, your initiative. We're going to see who's going to be going first. Oh, wow. A 1. That's good. That means you're definitely first. And 8 for the other guy. Okay. We'll do the rest if you come into it. But for now, it's a 1 and an 8. So I'm going to actually do that on the combat tracker here. So we've got Kark is on a 1. And I don't have a thing for the other guy. But yeah, he's on an 8. I've got it in front of me. Okay. So on your turn, these are the options you can do. You can do 2 things on your turn. And basically, you have to decide them in advance, right? What 2 things? And it's one after the other, and you're both doing them simultaneously. So if you pick to defend while he's choosing to attack, to strike, for example, then you will have successfully defended while he's striking. If you're striking at the same time, then you're hitting each other at the same time. You can try and maneuver, hinder, all that sort of stuff. So there's a little bit of
I like the way
tactics
that
here.
works.
And you got to choose 2 in advance, right?
Okay. Do I have to use the prepare one to draw my weapon?
You have to.
I
No,
probably do,
no,
don't I?
you're dueling now. So he's letting you draw your weapon. He's basically
right.
he's moved
Can I
back
choose
away
2
from
strike
the.
actions in a row?
You can, yeah. Any 2 you can.
Good.
It's called double up. That's a double up option on the PDF. I think the last option should be.
I see it, yeah.
So the idea here is normally you'd have cards and you show the cards at the same time. For like virtual tabletop sort of stuff on camera, it doesn't really work that well. So all I'm going to ask you is you're going to tell me your options first. But I'm going to hold my 2 cards up so you can see that I haven't changed them. Like these aren't my cards. I have to think about it first. So I'll hold up 2 cards. I'll say this is the first one here, and then you tell me what you've taken, and then I will show you. I'll show you my option. Okay, and that's kind of the most similar way we can do this to doing it in person. Okay, so have a think about what you want to do. He kind of steps back away out of the chapel, where there's like a little, finds a little clearing in the park, and he basically waits for you to like get yourself ready.
Sure.
Do we go with Kark?
I just gotta quickly get his stats. Give me a
It
second.
depends on whether you want to see an elf's guts.
I mean, at this point, I would love to see an elf because this is stupid, and we should just walk
is
up and
very
talk to the
dumb.
orcs.
Well, I think
And,
what we're going to be doing, Alec, is walking up there and saying, "We've got some elves down there. Can we be on your side?"
Yeah.
Look, I'm
That's what we should
I'm
have done in the
very
beginning.
done with the elves.
So anyway, we'll be here to cheer you on, Kark.
Ideally,
shoot
you'll be
the
here
elf.
to be, like,
I'm not sure that
feel
Lyria
free
is
to
gonna be
intervene
there
and murder him
cheering
on my
you
behalf. I'm
Okay.
not that proud. I just want to eat his guts.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that Kark has a bit of a temper.
No.
Done. I'm fucking done. Like,
We'll see.
I've had a hard enough time and now I'm getting mocked. Not having it.
There was that one time he took on an ogre. Poor ogre.
Okay, all right.
Ate its kidneys with fava beans.
So the other thing you have to think about is it doesn't really matter actually. These are all fast actions other than attack, which is a slow action. It still follows the same concept of combat with actions that you can take one slow and one fast or two fast actions. But because there's only one slow action, it doesn't matter. So here are the cards that I'm going to be using. Okay, the top one is my first action. So let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready. I have chosen.
Okay, so what have you chosen?
Strike, and also strike.
No, it's just the first one, but that's fine.
Oh right, sorry.
The first, we resolve them one at a time. I've chosen to defend on the first one, so you're striking, and he's defending. So that means you get to roll your melee attack, your standard melee attack with your weapon.
Uh-huh.
And he's parrying with his sword. So I'm gonna roll his.
Okay, so I got strength and melee. Now, because of my axe fighter talent, it says I get +1, but it doesn't tell me too much about what that actually even means. +1 what exactly?
Skill, I think. Isn't it?
+1 to your skill. Yeah, when you're using an
very
axe.
good.
So it's an extra skill dice.
Okay, so that looks like I'm rolling 4 strength, and I have lost my character sheet because I'm an idiot.
Off the blade gives you what?
I am not sure yet, so hang on.
Ooh,
Okay, so I've got 4 strength and melee 2 path of the blade means I can bypass his armor by spending a willpower point.
Yep. Nice.
Yeah, so pretty good. So I guess I'm rolling 4 strength and 3 melee skill.
Say it again.
I'm rolling 4 base dice and 3 skill dice.
Yeah, 4 base dice.
Good God. Only 1 success. On that many dice, I suppose.
Do you want to push it?
And you also get.
Yeah, I want to push it!
You're going to take
Yeah.
1 strength damage at least. You pushed it. You've taken 2 strength damage, 2 more willpower, so you're up to 8 willpower,
Yeah.
and 2 successes. And you didn't use
forgot
your.
to-
You forgot to use
your
your
gear
gear
dice.
dice.
Yeah.
Oh,
so you
I
get
forgot to use my gear
more.
dice.
Yeah,
I
you
apologize.
get 2. Just go ahead and throw them in and push it as well, please.
I don't know how to amend dice rolls.
RF2. You don't amend it. RF2G. Just roll 2 gear dice. And then push it, please. Okay.
Nice.
So 3 successes. That's
a
quite good.
hefty hit.
So you've you kind of got. Tell me how you're coming in, because this is
With
like
great ferocity.
there's like a flurry that's being exchanged here, right?
Yeah.
And
With-
you come in, and he's actually defending against you, trying to parry against you, and you've said with great ferocity, yeah.
Yeah.
So kind of like
Just-
wild.
Just yeah, definitely wild. Just letting it out right from the get go.
And you could tell this elf
Just
is
rage
used
and
to,
frustration, ready to go.
he's used to dueling with people who kind of have more technique, maybe. So he does successfully defend against some of your attacks, so he's able to cancel it, some of your success. But he's clearly taken aback as you kind of are just ferociously having a go at him, and you manage to get several cuts in on him. Okay. All right. Second one, you've already told me what you were doing, which was to strike it twice, right?
Yep, I've already modified my strength.
My second one was a hinder. So he's also rolling again for his. So he rolls for his melee plus his weapon bonus.
Isn't
he's-
there a
Sure,
chance
lets
that
you
he gets
shove or
interrupted
disarm.
because of the damage he took in the first round?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Mm.
This is actually the first time I've ever run this.
What would I do with it?
I've never run it either. This is very exciting.
So hold on a second. Yeah, that's right. There is a chance you can interrupt the second one. So let me just find that. Pain. Being hit is painful, even if you're not critically wounded. That you can be temporarily hazed. If you are the defender in close combat and suffer damage from a hit, your action in the same step, unless you parry or dodge, is forfeit. So he can't actually hinder. Because I'm not defending with the second action. Okay? So that means you get a free strike in without him being able to do anything else.
Nice.
Outstanding.
So it's the same roll, but you're -2 of your strength dice.
Yeah. So
But
now
don't
I'm
forget
rolling.
the gear. You want the gear as well.
Yep. 2 base, 3 skill, 2 gear.
Yes.
That's 2 successes, no fails.
Ooh!
Oh.
Oh shit,
He's
got.
dead.
Hold on, he's got armor. Hold on. He's wearing armor. I forgot
I'm
to
going to
roll-
spend a
willpower.
willpower point to bypass his armor.
Yeah.
do you want to do that from the previous round so I don't roll his armor either for the other round?
Yes.
Okay, so you're spending 2 willpower, and
But
that's
willpower to spare, and this guy's dead.
that's your Hold on.
Yep.
So I'm back down to 6.
Yeah, that's rank 1 of Path of the Blade. So you've done okay. So he's not dead. But he's taking quite a lot. He's taking quite a lot of damage. We're now at the second round. Does anybody want to do anything else, by the way, or are you all just watching?
Can I try and distract the elf using performance and hinder him even further?
I like the way.
Basically, yelling out insults. That's what I imagine I'm doing from the
That's what bards are for.
Um,
Now I'm mocking him.
sure.
All right.
Sure. If you're successful, then we'll. I'll actually roll his insight.
Okay.
But go for
When you're
it.
doing that, Key is going to look between Lyria and Kark. And I'm kind of torn between obviously not fighting another elf because I've got Lyria here, but also I want to protect my friend.
Well, you know what? She was away while this started, so you know what? Snooze, you lose.
I got a success. I'm gonna try.
That's
and
a
push
lot
him.
of base dice.
Yeah.
Alright.
All right. 2 successes. I take a point of damage.
Okay. This is basically heckling him, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Did you push a dice roll to heckle?
Yes, I did.
And you hurt yourself heckling?
I am angry.
Oh my god!
I am tired. I'm sleepy. I'm angry, and I'm belittling this
I'm
guy
not
who
in the,
came and was
not in the
completely
goddamn
unhelpful.
mood.
Who's getting wrecked by our goblin, and it's great.
Okay. So next round.
Yeah, I guess we'll have to do some initiative here. Kark.
I'm just looking at this person's stats. They've got talents, but they're not really gonna help here. Interesting. Okay. Right. I think.
You think?
Okay. So, first one. What are you doing?
Okay. Attack.
Maneuver. So what that means? This is a free move. He's gonna swap initiative with you.
Okay. Yeah, it says you can feint or retreat with this card.
Yeah, he's
I'm
fainting.
guessing he's fainting.
Yeah. So fainting, basically, he's stealing your initiative, but it won't come into play until next round, which means, in fact, it doesn't actually make any difference, does it? Here.
Oh,
Hard to
Oh.
tell.
yeah, I can't remember how that would work.
It's because it does allow. I mean, you can feint. Yeah, it's an interesting one, isn't it? I was thinking of actually would give it a little bit of a bonus, but it's not going to give any kind of bonus. Anyway, it's by the by. He's thinking about trying to feint somehow with you as you come in attacking. So give me another attack roll, which is not going to be defended.
I mean, he can feint all he likes. I'm still gonna swing for his undercarriage.
Go on, give me an attack roll.
Okay, so that's 2 base, and 3 skill, 2 gear. One success.
Okay, give me a d66 roll, please, as he becomes broken.
Okay, do I still roll the RF?
I think you do. RF and then
Yeah,
D6
RF,
and then
D66.
D66. Yeah.
Yeah. 11.
Okay, that's fine. So your second attack comes in. He's trying to feint you. You knock him to the ground. 11 is the weakest of the critical injuries.
He's lucky then.
And he basically kind of collapses. Before you can do anything else, you hear a voice say, "Enough." Do you want to keep attacking? Do you want to try and do a coup de grace?
I'm not going to keep attacking, but I want to say, pick a finger.
Cock! Come here.
I hear he could regrow him.
Oh, Jesus Christ. You hear a voice say, the voice is coming from the elf who has the wooden skin. And she says, I'm not picking a finger, I said enough. You've proven your point. Alsurso has lost this fight. So it's not the first fight he's lost, but I don't think he'll be very particularly happy about losing to one of your kin. You fought well. But this is you don't want to take this any further. It will go very badly for you and your friends.
Come on, Cock. Come on.
Pick a finger.
Cock, leave his fingers alone. Come here.
She lifts an eyebrow at you and says, this is your last warning.
You're one fair and square, Cock.
It was a duel. The two of you have dueled. We did not interfere. You've won. Now,
Duel.
go see if you can get that ruby back for us, or we're gonna have a problem. And from behind her, you hear a massive thump as the massive 10-meter tall tree kind of
I'll have you too, bark boy.
takes a step and kind of looms over you.
Well, you did good, Cock.
I'll wander into the area and kind of like start to lead Cock back. But kind of like be careful of my fingers just in case he bites me.
You know how I've still got that necklace of eyeballs?
You do, don't you?
Yeah.
They're
Yeah,
probably
I'd
pretty
like to
shriveled,
make some
but-
pretty intense eye contact with, I don't know, with the guy that's on the ground. Just be like, pick one up and just like give it a good munch. Just be
Yeah.
Come on.
So, I mean, she's just basically waiting. She's got her hand rested on her. She has a long sword on her hip. She's got her hand rested
ready
on
to
it.
fucking die.
Well,
We're good. We're good.
let's go do this job.
It's not a job if you're not getting paid. This is
I
a
think there
favor.
was some talk of reward. I don't.
The reward was we had the permission of some random elf bint to steal from the most mighty orc in the vicinity.
That may have been.
That's
the
not much of a
case, yeah.
reward.
Can you help us out here?
Alright, sorry, you
I
asking?
think that the lady. I was saying, could you help us out here? I mean, that was the terms of the condition of the duel.
If you keep your goblin in line and it gets you out of our hair quicker,
Oh, we'll be gone. We'll be gone.
you need to make music out of the statues. Is it not obvious?
Yeah, one's broken.
Well, make the music, make the sound that it shakes.
That's
her
what I
head.
was gonna do. I was gonna sing.
Well,
He goes, ah! Yeah, I'm not very good at that.
okay. Do you want to do that then? Do you want to sing while everyone else is? You said before
Yep.
Kark got triggered.
Before the bloodshed. Yeah. Let's go do it.
Yep.
All right. So you're all gonna blow. Three
Yeah.
of you are gonna blow into the mouths at the same time, and you're gonna
I
try
like
and
that.
sing the missing note.
Yeah.
Okay.
And but before I do that, I just want to make another protest. So it'd be much easier if we just went up the hill. But yeah, I'm gonna do it.
I'll let you just do it.
Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
He's getting very stressed. There's like a little
Yeah.
It's like his usual kind of relaxed, subdued kind of
Yeah.
way of being is just all gone at the moment.
All right. Well, yeah. Okay. I sing.
All right. As you sing, the door that you can't see, you can see that there's like a door shape with like the kind of cracks around the wall, but no visible way of opening it. It kind of slides open on silent hinges, opens up, and there's a black hole leading into the side of the cliff. And that's a good point to stop the session.
It feels early. I thought we were going to go for another hour.
We talked about doing another half hour, but I'm not sure. Ed said he probably can't, and Charlotte didn't say yet whether she was able to or not. But I sprung it on you at the last minute.
We do need the out of 4 probably.
It's a good point. It's a good place to leave it as well, and we can talk about having a slightly longer session in November.
That'd be good. Yeah.
That way I'm not springing it on you. So one thing I want to do before we finish is to do experience points, because I want to get into the habit of doing this. So you each get a session for being here. You each get a session for discovering a new hex.
Mm-hmm.
You each get a point for discovering an adventure site, which is where you technically are now.
Oh, rad! That's extra 3.
And let's just check the other.
Park definitely risked his life to get us through this puzzle. So.
Yes.
Sure.
I would make that case.
I wasn't gonna, but I'm glad that somebody is.
Did you defeat one or more monsters?
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
No.
Cock definitely did.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy's such a dick.
Yeah.
Just to give you a clue about his stats, he was rolling 5 strength, 3 melee, and 2 gear dice.
That's fucking
Yeah,
brutal.
but he wasn't going against. But he was going against the cock. And
Yeah, but Kark pushed himself and got 3 successes on his
He
first roll.
definitely tried
like,
too much fancy
what?
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. You didn't find any treasure. You didn't build a function in your stronghold. You didn't activate pride. You didn't suffer from a dark secret.
Arguably, I had pride.
So you get, the way that works is you get to roll a d12 for it. Anyway, the bit where it says, "Did you perform an extraordinary action of some kind?" I'll give that to Kark, because that was definitely an extraordinary action I was not expecting.
That was ballsy.
I feel like uncalled for is probably the better.
Yeah, sure, but it was not ordinary. Let's put it that way. Definitely out of the ordinary.
That'll get you some reputation.
Yeah, Fenhorn's making the case of elves being monsters.
I've never agreed with Fenhorn yet, but here we are.
Right, so that's
hilarious.
3 experience points for everyone apart from Harry.
Awesome.
Harry gets 4.
It's 4. Cool.
For having a go, yes.
Um,
You fucking want some.
so that's us. Yeah.
That was great.
There's going to be some changes coming up to the show in the new year, but for now we're still going to be continuing as it is. So we're going to be playing again in 4 weeks' time, and we'll see what lies
22nd
beyond
of November.
beyond this doorway.
Yeah.
I'm happy next session to do another half hour if everyone else. is
Yeah,
happy to.
we'll talk about it offline. I don't want to put any pressure on
Yeah,
anybody
that's cool.
here, but the idea is if everyone's okay with it, we might try and extend the session by another half hour.
Cool.
I think that should be fine. I think that'll do me.
Cool.
Because as it is, it's about 2.5 hours.
Yeah, but it's 4 weeks away, right? So I'll ask
Yeah.
closer to the time.
Things could change.
Exactly.
Right enough.
And it's
My life
just
could
we
completely to
we
shit.
could be doing a longer session next one.
All right.
No problem.
All right,
Cool.
so thanks
Thank
everyone
you
for
very much.
watching.
Cheers,
If
everyone.
you haven't already, then hit subscribe and like. It helps the show to grow. And
Yep.
thanks for everyone in the chat for sticking around and giving us some heckles. That was good.
Yeah.
Don't know
Yeah.
who to thank people.
Magnus is saying behind the door another puzzle.
Magnus is the voice of reason in this chat.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah, probably. All right. So thanks everyone
great.
for watching and for you four for playing. It's a fun session.
No, it was great fun. Thank you very much.
All right.
Thanks all for watching.
All right. Yeah.
Cheers, everyone.
See you later, folks.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye bye.